Chef Curtis Stone began his career in Australia, and he soon made it to the top of the culinary world. Now the best-selling author and TV host is about to put a lid on his latest show.
Around the World in 80 Plates features 12 chefs in a global competition. Curtis Stone is here with us this morning. Nice to have you here at the table.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Didn't bring any food, though.
I know. I was a little bit slow getting out of bed this morning, so I'm sorry I'll come empty-handed.
That's your excuse, the early hour? Come on. It's a fascinating show in that you get to travel around. So obviously we can learn a lot about a culture through their food.
Yeah.
Any place though that you had really wanted to go to sort of experience as a chef that you got to go to this time?
I'd never been to Morocco and was, really excited about going to Marrakesh and sort of learning a lot about their culture through their cuisine. And it's a pretty crazy culture. They've got incredible food, and it's an ancient sort of a cuisine. It dates back to, centuries before. So that was really exciting. But it was a fun show because we went to a dozen different places, and we had these incredible chefs sort of fighting it out in all these different spots. It was really, really exciting.
It's very much, too, it can be, one culture's trash is another person's treasure, which we seem to learn a lot about on shows like Survivor, depending on who will eat what. But it's a little different in this context.
Because they're not eating bugs, necessarily.
Right.
Absolutely. And, we had these great chefs that sort of came to compete. But like you say, we were in Argentina, for instance, and some of the offal that, in America we'd be like, I don't know if I want to cook that. Right. When they didn't serve that in Argentina, the local Argentines were like, where are the sweetbreads? I mean, why would you not serve that? So it was really fascinating look into the culture.
We're hearing so much talk about the drought here in this country as well, affecting food prices. How do you think that really is going to affect how folks are eating in the couple?
Look, I think it's going to have a huge effect, actually. I think the water crisis worldwide is something, Australia's been in a drought for the last 40 years or so, and America's seen some massive water shortage at the moment, and, we don't really feel the effect until it affects the price of our food. And corn, for instance, the Midwest, the biggest sort of area supplying corn to the country, there's a shortage of water, which will drive the price of corn up, which in turn will drive the price of other commodities up, like chicken and beef that rely on the corn for the feed. So,
and you think this time we'll really feel it?
I think we will. Yeah, I do. And look, nobody knows apart from the man upstairs about how much rain's going to come down. But if it continues in the way it is, I think the water shortage is going to be a big problem.
How will it affect not just food prices, but what we actually put on our plates and what we eat? Could it actually force us to eat better in some ways?
I think so. I think, when you look at food and the way that we do eat, it's a huge problem, what we're faced with at the moment. We've got epidemic proportions of obesity and epidemic proportions of diabetes and all this stuff that's very dietary related. There's some speculation around heart disease and how much that's sort of affected by what we eat. And I think when food does become a little shorter, then we have to be a little bit more sensible with it, which is a good thing.
In this culture of sort of celebrity chefs, how much pressure is there on folks like you to really remind people to eat well and to sort of practice what you preach, really?
Look, I think in life, when you're given a lot, you owe a lot. And, as a chef who's had his dreams come true through food, it's my responsibility to sort of educate and help other people with their diets. And it's something that I'm really passionate about, and whether it's choosing seasonal ingredients or supporting your local farmers, all of that sort of stuff is so important. And there's a huge trend in America right now towards farmers markets and grocery stores taking, more responsibility. I work with an incredible grocery store in the Midwest of the country, and they've got an amazing attitude towards where they source their food from. So, there's great steps being taken, which is good.
You talk about the obesity epidemic. You were also part of The Biggest Loser. What do you see as being the main contributing factor to that problem in this country? Look,
I think the problem is processed food and, that sort of convenience-driven food. It is easier, but then if you're not cooking your food, you have no idea what's put in it. When you read the back of some of these packs, you think to yourself, well, I can't pronounce this stuff and I have no idea what it is. And as a chef, I sort of look at it and even I don't know what it is, and I'm in the food industry.
So what's the answer, though, for the average consumer, though? Like you said, they don't get what half the stuff is that they read.
Right. I say if you don't know what it is, don't put it into your body. It's a big thing. We talk about the cosmetic industry and putting creams and lotions on your skin if you don't know what's in it. The food goes into your body. The last thing you want to do is put stuff into your body that's going to make it sick. And in my humble opinion, if you eat what comes out of the ground, you'll be much healthier for it.
Closer to its natural state. We have to ask you quickly, your co-host Kat Cora was arrested recently for DUI. Have you spoken to her at all?
I saw her last night, and she's doing fine. You know, of course, you go through this sort of stuff in life, and you make some decisions that you're not so proud of. And I'm sure that she's, you know, she's had a tough time with it, but she's keeping her head up, and she's doing all right.
Good. You have some good news in your life.
Yeah.
Little engagement action? I
did. I got engaged. I was just in the south of Italy with my darling girlfriend.
Is that where you got engaged?
Now my fiancée. We did, yeah. We were on the Amalfi Coast. It was really special.
Not a bad place to get engaged.
Yeah, she said yes, so I'm a happy man.
Yeah, I guess that's the
I like the permagrin on your face, and I mean that very seriously. It's really sweet to see. You guys have a cute little man, too.
We do. Hudson, he's just 8 months old. He's the cutest guy in the world. So, yeah, I'm feeling very blessed right now, very happy.
A lot of good things going on for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really
absolutely.
Good stuff. Really nice to have you here, Curtis. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks so much for having me.
Continued success with everything. Have a great wedding.
Good luck with the end of the show, and bring us food next time, will you? Please.
I promise I'll.
Otherwise, Lee might get angry, and it's not pretty. It is not pretty.